Sports Stars Magazine here. Montgomery Aztecs head coach Ed Martin, who can now call himself not only the leader of Amazing Men, but the leader of a CIF-San Diego Section Open Division Championship team. First Open Division title for the Aztecs, first title in boys basketball program history since 1996 in Division II, and a group that has just shown so much perseverance and patience and will and determination. Third time is the charm.
Yep.
What's in your heart right now, sir?
Honestly, I'm just so grateful. You know, like, God has just been so good to me. I mean, you know, you learn lessons from the tough times and the bad times, and I just love these kids so much. You know, I've had them for 4 years. Some of them I've known longer than that, and it's just, you know, to be through the bad times and then finally to end it on a good note like this. I just feel just so good for them.
Absolutely. I shared with pretty much all of that core five that it's like it's okay if the other side has a 3,000 point scorer because we got a lot of 1,000 point scorers, and we're you know, strength in numbers, you know, can win out. But if I can go to the defensive end, like just the job that these guys did, the commitment that they had, that no matter where Jake turned, no matter where Jet turned, no matter where Jordan turned, it was two or three guys. Just to hold a group like that to 45 points, to hold Jake to 14 points. You know, I mean, just how remarkable is the defense?
That was incredible. It was such a team effort, you know, and that's just kind of who we've been. I want to say that we've probably allowed the least amount of points in San Diego the last 2 years, and it's just because these guys are so connected and they buy into what we want to teach as coaches, right? So sometimes, you know, at practice we'll kind of butt heads, like, you know, because they're really good players, and be like, hey, no, coach, what? I'm like, nope, just trust me here. And then they buy in, and then you see the performance out there. You know, it's something we work on every single day. And, you know, because it's one of those things with offense, it comes and goes. I was raised by a defensive coach in George Anderson, and I've just always thought the game kind of like how he taught it to me, where, you know what, that side of the floor is an every night thing. You know, sometimes you're going to just be on fire and you're going to score 70 or 80. Sometimes you got to score, what was it, like 52
45,
or something?
Yeah,
exactly. Like, sometimes you got to do that, but as long as you take care of the defensive end, you'll be fine.
For those that had the opportunity to watch last year's game and to watch how they finished, and so Jake Hall gets a basket and one, and it's like, you know, people might be thinking like, okay, this is, if you're a Carlsbad fan, like, here, you know, here finally comes the momentum. And then just to see year over year, not only the development and the maturity and the growth as basketball players, but just as, you know, young men of character, young men of faith, and you guys respond immediately with a 9-0 run.
Yeah.
Like, just how awesome was that? That, like, essentially in an almost identical situation, you know, as last year, that it's like, this is what this group has made themselves into.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. They've made themselves. They've grown so much. The maturity has just been, you know, you figure, like, you know, going from junior to senior year. I mean, I've coached so long. I do see it, but I mean, to really see it in this group, because they're so good. I've never had a group this good, and to still see that they're working on themselves as people. You know, especially like, think about Zaire Mendez. He didn't get to play that last game.
Yep.
And God, he's just been so even keel this entire year that really shows his maturity.
And then in the biggest moment, he has 22 points.
He shines.
Yeah.
And we talked as coaches, we knew that, you know, he felt bad about last year because these are his brothers, and he was going to take care of business tonight, and that's what he did.
Absolutely. Obviously, and I said the same thing to Chris Croce with the Mission Hills girls. You know, like, this was a destination of the journey, but it is not the conclusion of the journey. Like, just, you know, to be able to have, you know, not only this achievement, but maybe a little bit of an emotional weight lifted for you in the group. Like, how do you know, no one's ever going to take away that trophy or that banner, but how do you hope it propels you guys into the state playoffs?
Well, what I think is, you know, so we came into the season with 3 goals, right? And, you know, we kind of just benchmark everything. Goal number 1 was to win our league. We took care of that. Goal number 2 was to make sure that we won a title in the San Diego section. And goal number 3 is to win a state championship. And I think it's kind of like how you said, there's a huge weight off of our shoulders, right? You know, like, you come here 3 times and you don't win the 3rd one, you know, that'll deflate you a little bit. But now I think the emotions of what happened tonight is just going to do nothing but keep us going up. I know I'm going to have them locked in on Monday for practice. So, and then wherever we go, Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever it is, we're going to be ready to go.
Awesome. Ed, fantastic job. Couldn't happen to a more deserving head coach and an amazing group of young men. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.